Dr. Cooper, faculty, staff, families, friends, and fellow graduates, it is my sincere honor to welcome you to the Baccalaureate ceremony for the Springfield College class of 2019. My name is Maame Dufie Forkuo Kyei, and I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. I am extremely honored to be given the speech today. I look forward to sharing my story and a few lessons I learned along the way with you all this afternoon. Class of 2019, we made it. Congratulations to all the graduating students and your families. Sincere thanks to everyone who has supported us over the years. Flashback to 2016, as I sat through a 13-hour plane ride, I took mental notes of the possible layouts of my residence hall room and made a list of items to buy. When I ran out of ideas, I imagined and anticipated the snowflakes falling on my skin for the first time. This excitement quickly faded when I walked into a snowstorm. It was just not as fun. Once I started taking classes, it did not take me long to realize how different I was. The effects of this realization cut deeper than I initially thought. It unveiled a keen sense of insecurity about my identity as a Ghanaian woman living in America. I found myself suddenly hyper aware of my difference, my name, my accent, my braids, and my clothes. As the days passed, I dreaded going to class. I did not answer questions during class, and I often cried afterward. My frustration and discomfort only grew worse as my experiences with culture shock became more apparent and more commonplace. I encountered many people who could not understand what I spoke because I had an accent that was too thick, and others who knew little to nothing about my background except the stereotypes about Africa. At some point, I knew I had to return somehow from the self-imposed isolation, and I spent a good deal of time pondering my experience, watching documentaries, and reading books, and seeking family advice. Although it took a lot of time and effort, I realized that the only way I could overcome my insecurity was to embrace discomfort and re-engage with my community. I practiced the American accent and had conversations with people. Although I cringed, I began participating in class discussions. It is challenging to embrace discomfort, but it's very possible. Almost everyone tries to escape discomfort. When we're uncomfortable, we try to find quick solutions and answers to replace the feeling with satisfaction, and that is what leads to misinformation, the root of many problems. I have learned, and I'm still learning, to appreciate and embrace discomfort, and I encourage you all to do so. During my second semester, I took a class taught by the late Professor Gordon Robinson. He would usually start class by writing a word on the board and begin asking questions. Professor Robinson asked questions that made me cringe, questions that no student had the right answer to, questions that he claimed he did not have the answer to, questions that had me thinking for days after class. His hysterical laughter when students attempted to answer a question was extremely disorienting, but it did send a message that one person's opinion is another's joke and that there is no right answer. By searching for answers, I noticed that my views on several issues began to evolve. By the end of this class, I thought differently. I allowed myself to view issues beyond the lens that I had limited myself to prior. Fortunately for us, Springfield College's idea of training students in spirit, mind, and body has equipped us over the years to take the first step in viewing ourselves, others, and the world beyond a single lens. I encourage you all to keep the spirit throughout life after college. It is important that we respect others' opinions even when we think they're ridiculous. Part of regaining my confidence after culture shock was realizing that I viewed myself as a representative of my country and my continent. I made it my mission to reshape the lens through which individuals like me were seen, to redefine for both myself and for the people around me what it means to be African. I soon found out that to do this, I would have to get involved. Ladies and gentlemen, you are your biggest advocates. No one does it better than you, so go for it. Get involved. In a country where freedom of speech is allowed, speak. Speak through your actions, your service, and your words. We have all worked and earned the status as a graduating class. It is not my place to tell you how difficult or how easy it has been, because you know it best. What I'm qualified to tell you is that we are here today because of certain decisions that we have made over the past few years. What happens after today will also be based on the different choices we make. It is okay not to, excuse me, it is okay not to have it figured out at some point, no matter how old we are. It is okay to take a break when we need it. It is okay to question ourselves and others. It is okay to be shocked. Many situations will test our emotions and frustrate us. When the going gets tough, we must make the conscious decision to embrace our discomfort, to ask questions, to learn, to speak with our actions, our service, and our words. We have a world to discover, dreams and goals to chase, and people to meet. Let's get it. Thank you.